Minasan, konnichiwa. Would like to welcome everyone to our presentation about the Japanese program here at Chesterton High School. Some of you have some experience with Japanese because you took it at the middle school. Others of you, this will be your first time learning about it. So let's get started. First, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Mr. Sparks, but students call me Sparksu Sensei. I studied Japanese for quite a while. I've lived in Japan for 3 years. I was on the Japanese Ministry of Education teaching program, and I lived and worked in Fukui Prefecture, Japan. I also have a master's degree in Japanese language and history from the University of Sheffield. So I'm excited. I teach usually first Japanese 1, Japanese 2, and Japanese 3.
Konnichiwa. I am Mrs. Tsugawa, and the students call me Tsugawa Sensei. And if you took Japanese 1 at middle school with me, you know me already. And if you are starting this year as a high school freshman, you might have seen me at middle school. I teach at CMS and also teach at CHS. And I am from Japan, and I am a native speaker of Japanese, and I've been teaching Japanese for 15 years. So I usually teach Japanese 1 at middle school and high school, and also teach upper level of Japanese 4 and Japanese 5. So let me talk about a Japanese program at Chesterton High School. So if you have started taking Japanese at CMS last year or this year as 8th grader, your Japanese is going to be 5-year program. And if you did not, if you are starting as freshman, you can still take 4 years of Japanese. We also have a dual credit program available through Ball State University when you are in Japanese 4 or 5 or 4 and 5. And also we do have international baccalaureate courses available for Japanese 4 and 5. So all freshmen will be in either Japanese 1 or Japanese 2.
We have some really exciting opportunities through the Japanese program, which kind of caps off with a trip to Japan. A very exciting trip. Every other year, 2nd through 5th year students who've completed at least their sophomore year have an opportunity to go to Japan for 2 weeks. During the trip, the students visit the cities of Tokyo and Kyoto and do a homestay in the city of our sister school in Toyama. It's really an amazing trip. The kids that come back say it was just kind of like a trip of a lifetime, and it's just a really fun thing. We're excited to, because of COVID, we haven't done it this year or last year, but we're really looking forward to getting things going again next year.
So we do also have a Japanese club at Chesterton High School. In Japanese club, we generally meet once a month, and we have done something like cooking, or we are doing art, origami, calligraphy, and also we have done karaoke. We sometimes watch movies. We did undokai, which is a Japanese school-style sports festival. And also we've had a kendama party with Michigan City High School Japanese club students. And we have visited Japanese language school in Illinois and also Mitsuwa Japanese Market as our field trip. And as a whole foreign language clubs that we do have an annual event called World Language Olympics, and the Japanese has won the championship plaque the most among all the language clubs. So I hope you guys can join us also.
Another fun event we have each year is Japanese Olympiad. Japanese Olympiad is a quiz bowl type competition for students in Japanese 2, 3, and 4, where we work hard preparing for this language and culture and history competition. And then we compete at a college somewhere in the state of Indiana against other high schools from all over Indiana. Chesterton has had a lot of success in this competition, winning the national championship 3 times and the state championship 20 times. So it's a really fun thing for kids who want to push their language skills beyond just what we're learning in the classroom. And it's something that looks really good on a college application. So if you are interested, we usually start practice in December. So looking forward to you guys joining next year.
Another exciting things that you can do as a high school Japanese student is to become a host family to Japanese students from sister schools. We do have 2 sister schools in Japan, and we do student exchange with Toyama University International High School and also Zama Sogo High School. And we visit Toyama every other summer from our summer trip, and they usually come to us in December. And sometimes the students you stayed with is visiting us, so we can do both way home staying exchange. And the Zama Sogo High School students will usually come every March. And yes, unfortunately, we have not been able to do this year or last year, but we hope that we can get this one started again.
Okay, thanks for checking out our presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to email either Tsugawa Sensei or me at our respective school email addresses. So we're really looking forward to seeing you guys next year and learning a lot and having a lot of fun in Japanese classes. Sayonara.
Sayonara.